Hey guys, my name is Tara. Welcome back to the Homestead Homeschool. If you're new here, my husband and I live on less than 3 acres in North Carolina, and we're homesteading, raising dairy goats, chickens, a flock of laying hens and meat chickens, meat rabbits, pigs. We have a garden. We're doing canning, and we're homeschooling our son. So today I'm going to take you on a tour of our garden. This is my garden behind me here. We started this garden about a year ago as a tilled up in-ground garden, and it has evolved into a no-till garden, and it's slowly becoming my little oasis where I collect things and make it beautiful. So I just thought I would take y'all around and show y'all what's growing. I've actually got the majority of my garden planted now, so things will get a little more exciting on our garden tours now. We'll get to watch things grow. Alright, we're right here at the entrance to my garden, and as you can see, I'm starting to work on some beds on the exterior of the garden. I eventually want to get the entire perimeter of the garden surrounded with more garden beds on the outside so that I can plant pollinators and beautiful perennial things here in the garden. So as we go into the garden, here to my right, I've got this old chair that I found in an old barn. It's actually on our neighbor's property. They let me have that, so it's nice to have something with a little history behind it. I like to think about all the things that chair's seen in its day. And then I got this little garden sign that I got from Tractor Supply last year. This is my garlic bed. So my garlic, I planted all of this garlic last October, I believe it was. And this is my first time ever growing garlic, and it's all looking really good. In between the garlic, I have sowed some sunflower seeds, and last year I had sunflowers growing up along the perimeter, the front perimeter fence here, and I love just being able to look at those from the outside of the garden. And here's those. I've sown them all throughout the garlic here. A few of them, it looks like some little pests have gotten to, but they're all throughout the garlic. Most of them are looking really good though. So we should have some big, beautiful sunflowers along this perimeter fence. It seems like I planted something here in this corner, but I can't remember what I planted. That little sign there come from the Dollar Tree, $1.25. We have more garlic right here. This garlic in this bed did not do as well. It's a little more sparse and not quite as large. And then some more garlic here in this bed that's looking great. Half of this bed is garlic, and the other half is potatoes. These are the blue potatoes. You can see the leaves got that little blue color in the middle of them, and the actual potato is like a purple blue color. So I'm excited for those. My first time growing those. This is another potato bed. Half of it's the blue potatoes, and then the other half is just regular potatoes. They're looking really good. They just started popping up. So I'm excited for that. This will just be completely covered with potatoes, and we should get quite a good harvest out of these two beds. Heading over here, we've got on this other side of the entrance, we've got onions planted all along the border of this bed. Over here in my raised bed, we still have kale going from the winter garden. We've got some asparagus, which is actually multiplying. There was only one little sprig when I planted these seeds. I started these from seed this year. Now we've got 2 on each one. Well, it's grown off of that one. Some more over there, some asparagus there. I'm probably gonna move these eventually, and I'm gonna make this raised bed like an herb garden. I've got dill, chives, and sage seeds planted there. That kale will be coming out soon because it is starting to go to seed, as you can see. But the goats love this, the rabbits love this, so I'm keeping it in here as long as I can. I've been pulling from this kale plant and that one over there, feeding my rabbits. This little bed right here is full of radishes at the moment. I started some Kentucky pole wonder beans, and there's a pest that's eating almost all my leaves off of them. So I may have to sow some more. I hope that they'll be able to survive, and once they get a good enough size, they should be okay. But I think it may kill some of them. It ate every single leaf off of this one and every leaf off of that one. And it's been gnawing on these and these. This is an eggplant, and an eggplant there. That's all radishes and strawberries that will be eventually moved to, I want to get some green stalks to go over in this area and put my strawberries in them. Hey Daisy, come here. Little kitty cat's gonna join me and my puppy dog. This is Charlie, and the kitty cat's Daisy. These are my radishes, and they're just starting to surface there. And I've got radishes all along this side here. All radishes. These are my peas, my sweet peas. And they're just starting to blossom. So it won't be long, we'll have some peas. I also got this little sign. My mama got this for me from the Dollar Tree. It's cute. And right in here, all along this trellis, I have planted some Armenian yard-long cucumbers. And I just noticed that one of them is starting to sprout. So that's exciting. Hopefully the rest of them will be coming up soon. We've got an eggplant that I planted here and something chowed down on it also. There's another eggplant that's still doing okay. There's a ground cherry right there. Got a pepper plant here. My strawberries that are gonna be moved. I've already got strawberries. So excited for these. I've never grown strawberries before. So that's so exciting. And I've got more blooms. And I got some little strawberries over here, just starting. This bed has also got this trellis. I've got the Kentucky pole wonder beans on both sides of that. One of my cucumbers has popped up. I only put one seed in each hole, and one of them did come up. The others have not come up yet. I may have to sow some more. That's a ground cherry and eggplants. This is my little work in progress over here. These are some seed potatoes that were in one of these boxes left from last year. So I really don't want these to go to waste. I'm trying to find somewhere I can plant them. I don't really have a space in the garden, but I may just go throw them in the compost pile and let them do their thing. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with those yet. This is my mint bed. I did plant some carrots in here when I first started this bed, but from now on this is just going to be mint. This is a good sized carrot and a carrot there. This is, we've got spearmint, peppermint, and we've got lemon mint in here, or lemon balm. This is the lemon balm. So that's grown quite a bit, because that was just a little bitty, I think, my last tour. Let's see how much it's grown. I'm getting cardboard down here. This is all going to be wood chip area. We're going to do some more raised beds in this area. Our table's going to go back more, and we're going to have more raised beds so we can have some more planting area right in here. We'll head back up here. All right, I've got Brussels sprouts that are going to seed, and I'm going to save the seeds, so I'm letting those go to seed. That onion that was planted last fall. I got some little zinnias that I started from seed inside that I planted here. This is peppers. That's a spinach. This monstrous kale that will be coming out soon. I was wanting to let some of these other things get a little bigger before I pull these out. It's starting to go to seed though. More peppers and spinach in that bed. This is peppers and tomatoes. And I do not know my varieties. I won't know until they start producing fruit because I got all my tags mixed up. So this is a beautiful old iron bed frame that we also got out of the same barn that we got that chair. But I just love to imagine the history behind this bed, and I have no idea how old it is, but I know it's very, very old, and I just love it. In with all of my tomatoes, I have put marigolds and nasturtiums. I hear that those are good companion plants for tomatoes. So here's one of my marigolds that I started for seed, and they're just all dispersed all throughout my tomato beds. This bed I have planted some spaghetti squash, one on each side of the trellis there, and some more peppers. I haven't planted anything on this trellis yet. I may have put some cucamelons in the ground there. That's something I've never grown before, cucamelons, and I'm excited for. I've got my little rosemary here that I bought earlier in the year. It's actually grown quite a bit. This thing was tiny when I planted it. And then this is my squash bed. That's a ground cherry. I've got yellow squash and then zucchini planted in this bed. This back bed is all tomatoes with nasturtiums and green beans on one side and nasturtiums and marigolds on the other side. This bed is kind of a leftover from winter, but I've sown some tomato plants in it too as well. This is lettuce. Down the middle is all tomatoes, and I've got marigolds and nasturtiums around the edge. This side has still got my winter stuff. Some carrots, some spinach, beets, and rutabagas. This whole back bed here, let's start down here at the end. Here's another cute little birdhouse that was just laying around being junk and not getting used, so I just tacked it up on this post that we had laying behind our garage. I think it looks cute down here. This is horseradish that I transplanted from Chris's grandmother's, so I'm excited for that. These were bare root raspberries that we planted this year that won't be staying here. They'll be moved. This is all zinnias. I plant these in memory of my daughter. They remind me of my daughter. You can see my zinnia on my tattoo and her name. So these are all in memory of my daughter and her little angel there. So the zinnias will go all along this bed, all the way up to the stake here. And then it starts tomatoes all the way to the end with nasturtiums and marigolds planted along the border. These are all Brussels sprouts that didn't get in the ground soon enough. They're probably not going to produce. But for now, I'm leaving them, and then I'll probably put some squash or something in this bed later. This is all peppers. And we'll have okra right here. So that's the garden tour for the middle of April. So I'm excited to watch everything grow, and now things should really start taking off, and it won't be long. This whole space should be full of greenery and lots of food. Thank y'all for coming along on my garden tour, and I will see y'all on the next video. Bye.